The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Zixathala of the Ethereal Dominion rose from her crystalline seat. Her translucent form shimmered with disdain as she addressed the assembly of 12 advanced civilizations. Honored colleagues, her voice resonated through bio-neural translators. We gathered today to discuss the curious case of the humans. These primitive mammals have somehow stumbled into space travel, and they petition for membership in our esteemed council. Murmurs of amusement rippled through the chamber. The Keth Mori delegation clicked their mandibles in what passed for laughter among their insectoid species. The silicon-based Vortani simply hummed at frequencies that conveyed mockery. Zixathala gestured toward the holographic display showing Earth's solar system. Observe their accomplishments: chemical rockets, primitive fusion reactors, and what they laughably call artificial intelligence. They've barely colonized their own moon. While we have been traveling between galaxies for millennia, High Counselor Veltar of the ancient hegemony, a being whose species had transcended physical form 3 million years ago, manifested as a shimmering energy pattern. Their technology appears to be advancing rapidly. Perhaps we should not dismiss them so hastily. Rapid by their standards, perhaps, Zixathala countered. They still use projectile weapons and burn hydrocarbons for energy. Their fastest ships would take decades to reach the nearest star. They are at least 10,000 years behind the most primitive council member. The debate continued for hours. The consensus was clear. Humanity was too primitive, too violent, too chaotic to join the galactic community. The Council voted unanimously to deny Earth's application and impose a quarantine zone around their solar system. 3 months later, emergency sirens wailed throughout the Council's monitoring station in the Proxima Centauri system. Chief Observer Rindal, a cybernetic being from the Nexus Collective, stared at his instruments in disbelief. "Sir," his aide stammered, "you need to see this immediately." The main display showed Betelgeuse, the red supergiant star 642 light-years from Earth. According to their calculations, the star should have gone supernova within the next 1,000 years, a cosmic event that would have eliminated several primitive civilizations in nearby systems, including a promising species the Council had been nurturing. "What am I looking at?" Rindal demanded. "The star's fusion reactions have been stabilized. Someone has somehow prevented the supernova." Impossible. No known technology can halt stellar collapse at that scale. The aide's bioluminescent patches flickered nervously. "Sir, we've detected massive human ships in the Betelgeuse system, hundreds of them." Rindal's optical sensors widened. "Show me." The display zoomed in on the Betelgeuse system. Surrounding the massive star was a construction unlike anything in the galactic database. A partial Dyson sphere, but not for energy collection. Enormous magnetic field generators, each the size of a small moon, created a stabilizing web around the star. Streams of exotic matter flowed in controlled patterns, carefully managing the stellar core's density. "How did they get there so fast?" Rindal whispered. "Their ships couldn't possibly—" "Sir, we're receiving a transmission. It's from the human fleet." A figure appeared on the screen, a middle-aged human woman in a sleek uniform. Her eyes held the calm confidence of someone who had just accomplished the impossible. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Engineering Corps. We understand you may have some questions." Rindal found his voice. "How did your ships couldn't have reached Betelgeuse in 3 months?" Chen smiled. "You're correct. Our chemical rockets and fusion drives couldn't make that journey. But you see, you made a fundamental error in..." Your assessment of our species. What error? You assumed our current technology represented our limitations. In the 3 months since the Council rejected our application, every human on Earth united behind a single goal. We didn't just improve our existing technology, we revolutionized it. Our physicists cracked the secrets of space-time manipulation. Our engineers built ships that fold reality itself. Our mathematicians solved equations that have puzzled your civilizations for millennia. The display shifted to show the impossible. Vessels, sleek craft that seemed to bend light around them, powered by zero-point energy and propelled by controlled tears in space-time. But the stellar engineering, Rindahl protested. No one has technology to prevent a supernova. No one had that technology, Chen corrected. We developed it in 6 weeks. You see, when humans are told something is impossible, we don't accept it. We prove it wrong, she gestured toward the star. Betelgeuse was going to kill 17 billion sentient beings across 12 worlds. We couldn't allow that, so we didn't. Emergency alarms began blaring throughout the monitoring station. Rindahl's aide looked up in panic. Sir, we're detecting similar human operations around 6 other pre-supernova stars in Council space. They're stabilizing them all. Chen's smile widened. We've been busy. Your maps showed us every stellar threat in 1,000 light-year radius. We're systematically eliminating them. But why? Rindahl asked. These aren't even your systems. Because someone needed to. Because those beings deserve to live. Because the universe is vast and dangerous enough without preventable stellar catastrophes. The transmission continued as reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Human ships were appearing everywhere, not conquering, not colonizing, but helping. They were deflecting asteroids from inhabited worlds, providing disaster relief to species struck by natural calamities, and sharing their revolutionary technologies freely. Within hours, an emergency session of the Galactic Council convened. The same beings who had dismissed humanity as primitive now stared at displays showing impossible human achievements. Perhaps, High Counselor Veltar said quietly, we misunderstood what advancement truly means. Ambassador Zixathala's form had lost its earlier smugness. They've done in months what we haven't accomplished in millennia. How? Because, came Admiral Chen's voice as her transmission reached the council chamber, you spent so much time thinking about what couldn't be done that you forgot to imagine what could be achieved. Humans don't just adapt to the universe. We adapt the universe to us. The final vote was unanimous. Humanity was granted full membership in the Galactic Council, along with an unprecedented offer, leadership of the newly formed Cosmic Engineering Division. As the council session concluded, one fact became clear to every being present. The primitives from Earth had just taught the galaxy's most advanced civilizations what it truly meant to reach for the stars.